Welcome to another edition of Are You Shitting Me?
A podcast that dives into random topics that may surprise and educate you and maybe make you laugh along the way. At least that's our goal for each other. My name is Aaron.
And I am Brett.
What's up, homie?
Nothing.
How you doing?
I'm doing very well. How about you?
I am super.
Super?
Yeah.
Wow, you've been hanging on to that one for a while, haven't you?
You know who else is super?
Who?
Chuck.
What's going on?
Chuck is back with us.
Thank you for having me back. What's everybody doing?
Insert Chuck.
You didn't recognize him at first because he was wearing his glasses.
It's like a superhero.
I see what
Now
you're
you see.
doing. I see.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about superpowers today and which ones are cool, which ones are not, which ones are dumb, and a bunch of other stuff, and your thoughts on comics and movies and whatever else. So before we do, though, let's crack open our beer. What are we drinking?
Oh, boy, you're in for a special treat. Today we are going to try the Hazy Hero Hazy India Pale Ale from Revolution Brewing out of Chicago.
Nice. I like Revolution stuff.
Anti-heroes are good beer.
Solid. So this is the Hazy Hero. Yeah. So it's the cousin of the Anti-Hero.
What's
7.3% ABV. Juicy surge of tropical hops.
Well, let's crack that open and taste it. Have you had this one before, Chuck?
I believe I might have.
Are you into hazies, Chuck?
No, but sometimes you try shit. I don't get the hazies, actually. I don't understand them. I think before they were considered
hazy's
a
lazy.
bad batch.
I like the hazy.
Yeah.
I don't mind the hazies.
That's what, I don't know who says it, but some brewers maybe. Hazy is lazy because they don't take the time to filter all the shit out.
Yeah.
And that's why it's hazy. Oh,
but it does offer a different taste. Doesn't it give a different experience? It's just one taste.
It just makes you want a regular IPA, yeah.
That is incorrect.
You speak for yourself, Brett.
Oh, that's got a good punchy smell.
Well, I smell citrus.
There's nothing that makes me go, ooh, I'd like an IPA. Holy cow.
Actually, I don't mind that one so much. It's got a good, very grapefruit taste right off the cuff.
It's definitely citrusy.
It is definitely pungent on the nose.
Yeah.
Or punches you in the nose. I don't know which is.
It's definitely, the color is hazy, for sure. Bright golden, hazy.
Smooth and velvety, it says.
It feels smooth. It doesn't feel too bitey, I don't think, for me much.
Yeah, that's what I like about Revolution. They don't like over hoplify.
I think they did a lot of
Aromatics?
aromatic, thank you.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Aerobics. They really stretched those limbs before they brewed.
I think they did some hops in late in the boil for the aroma, as what my assumption is, but the beer is actually smooth.
Yeah, it's tasty. Like I said, very grapefruit, very
citrusy. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a little bit more pungent. The aroma was, when I opened the can, I was like, woo. But
this might be good after a good long mowing beer. This is a good contester, I think, for a single long mowing beer. Like maybe when you're all done with your artwork at the end of the day, you're going to sit out on your front porch and drink a beer. This is the beer to drink.
There you go. It's interesting that we always say that, as well as other people. Oh, it's not a lawn mowing beer. This one is. But I think people get that. This would be good for like a summer barbecue, like a 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon,
some
playing
ribs
bags.
with
and
it.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ribs.
Down for that.
Yep. So
we're going to be back for a second. We're going to do a rib run.
That sounds good.
Man, you know how long it's been since I've done a good rib run? Speaking of running.
Yeah.
What are we talking about today? Just got here. What?
Is that your superpower? So tuning into the conversation 5 minutes
I
after
was
the statement has been
bringing
said?
it back to the subject.
Just segue.
Yeah.
You just whip out the piano and solve any crime.
Let's just start at the root of it here. So we're talking superpowers, but obviously those are always associated with superheroes and that kind of stuff. So growing up, were you a superhero fan? Did you like comics, movies? Did you always have a favorite one? Who was your favorite? Who played superheroes? Did you pretend to be one? Did you have underoos?
Yes, I had underoos.
I don't think I ever had underoos. I think I asked for them, but never got them.
I had Superman underoos.
Yeah, you had the Superman ones.
They're awesome. Yeah.
I think I had Superman and Batman. I don't remember for sure, but those two. Yeah, you know what? When I was little, I was all about Superman, but it was also, I think, the sign of the times, like when the movie came out with Christopher Reeve, and that was just...
That was like a, I don't know if I want to say ahead of its time, but it was a...
Well, I
It
think
was ahead of its time. It was a really good movie.
especially at the beginning of the movie was more modern, if you will, like, because I mean they definitely had the futuristic scenes, you know, like or space scenes or whatever, but even the, you know, up until when they find the glowing crystal and whatnot, like
Kryptonite?
yeah, nope,
No?
but even well,
Crystal
they found
before
that.
that's when he discovers who he is.
Oh,
Yeah,
Goes
like
on
all
this-
that, the movie is artsy,
Yeah.
and then later it gets more like cartoony,
Yeah.
for lack of a better description.
Yeah.
And yeah, but anyway, I was all about Superman.
Yeah, I was too. I was always a Superman person as well. That was my. Although I liked the Incredible Hulk a lot
Okay.
because that was on TV though, and I watched that religiously, the Incredible Hulk, and so I remember playing.
I
Incredible
got a
Hulk as a
question
kid.
about the Incredible Hulk. How did he always fit back into his clothes that he just tore
He
up?
didn't. He always had to bring a little knapsack with,
what
with
he
extra
did?
clothes. All right, he must have, because he ripped them all.
Poor
It was
Dr.
70s. The 70s.
Poor
man.
Dr.
Like,
David
clothes were
Banner.
lying around everywhere. You could just pick them off the street.
Don't make me angry.
Is that what he did? You think the Hulk ever got married?
Yeah, wasn't there a She-Hulk?
I don't know.
I thought there was at some point.
What were their arguments like? Who would turn green first? Don't do it. Don't you make me turn
I know what
green.
you're doing.
Don't you make
You're not
me
gonna
turn-
like me when I'm angry. That's my line.
I went through a stage too where after Superman, a random superhero, like I was really into Green Lantern for a while,
Okay.
and I thought that was cool. Don't even ask me now. Like I know he had a ring, and the ring did shit.
Wasn't he like an alien or something like that? Or?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, he was. And there's like
Obviously, none of us are comic book
there's
people. Were you a
like,
comic book person?
I very briefly. I couldn't even tell you what I read when I
You
did.
can tell us.
But
This is a safe space.
No, but I definitely watched cartoons growing up and Super Friends, Justice League.
Oh,
I watched that
heroes.
every Saturday
Yeah.
or Sunday. And then Superman, I think with you guys, I liked Superman. He was my guy. But as I got older, I took more of an appreciation for Batman because he's actually a regular dude. And he doesn't have a superpower. He just has some really cool shit. He just knows how to kick the shit out of people and some cool gadgets.
From my exposure was also Saturday morning cartoons and superhero movies as well. I like Spider-Man, but that was a cartoon again.
I heard that Chuck was really into the Wonder Twins.
I was just
Wonder
gonna say that.
Twins, form of a bucket.
All right, I'm gonna become an eagle. You're gonna become a bucket. I'm gonna carry you with water.
We'll put out that fire.
Yeah,
Right.
But
You're the size of a
by the
bucket.
time they get through the whole Wonder Twin powers activate thing, like the house is burned down. Oh yeah, thanks for coming.
Right.
Oh man.
Wonder Twin powers, fuck off, man.
Yeah.
And they only worked together. They couldn't do it otherwise separately.
Like a brother and sister.
Yeah. weren't
Yeah,
they?
didn't they?
one was
didn't
only
they
like-
didn't they have to like touch
And
hands?
the
or
touch the
something?
rings. I think one was bound to like an element though, and one was bound to like a creature. Like they could
Yes.
only create.
Like it was an
turn into.
animal or something. And
Yeah.
yes, that's why they were always doing a form of shape of a bucket.
What if they couldn't agree on what
Feces.
each of was supposed to be?
We're gonna throw shit on that guy. Got you, motherfucker. That's a superpower, right?
There's a Family Guy there's a few about superheroes Family Guy episodes that are pretty good, and they did one with the Wonder Twins. Go look it up.
Did they? Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you about it. Go look it up.
Okay.
It's pretty funny shit. All right then.
I don't know that you guys both said when past Superman, post Superman, but for me, it's still Superman. I'm not really a big superhero kind of guy. Like I don't watch the movies. None of the Marvel movies really.
Did you see Man of Steel? Or recent one?
I did see that.
That's
but
not the most recent one, but I like that one. The storyline was really good in that one.
they don't do anything for me. Like any of the Marvel movies.
What
or
about
any of that stuff.
Batman?
No.
Dark Knight?
No.
What
not so
about
much.
Iron Man?
None of them. None of them. Are
Yeah, the Avengers and all those movies. It's just too much.
I thought
now.
the original Iron Man was pretty good.
Yeah, the original.
Yeah.
But now it's just like the different version of the same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Karen will tell you, I avoid superhero movies like the plague. I would watch a long, drawn-out, boring British drama over those.
Yeah, I definitely grew out of it at some point. I was no longer interested in superheroes, and same. I am not into any of the movies.
Yeah.
I don't know the difference between Marvel and DC and this and that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Guardians of the
Superhero.
Galaxy was pretty decent. I like those shows. Those were funny.
I like those kind of because they don't take it too seriously.
Yeah, and to me, it always felt more like a sci-fi movie than it does a comic book movie to me.
Yeah.
Because it could just not be a comic book. It could just
Oh,
be
the music in those movies
The
is really
soundtrack's
good.
good.
All classic songs.
Oh, here we go. Back to classic rock.
Back to classic
stuff
rock.
like Billy Joel. Is he on the soundtrack?
Oh, I don't think he is.
He is. There's the one scene where things are all like
Billy didn't
crashing
make the cut.
and burning, and he comes in his cape and he's like, "We didn't start the fire."
It's just whips out
Oh,
his
it's
piano. Like, are you gonna put that shit out, Billy? You're just gonna sit there and play your piano.
Great. We know you didn't start it, but you're just gonna let it burn?
He's trying to tell you something.
Just listen to me.
So, he's still standing around after the fire. We didn't start the fire.
Everybody's got it. You didn't start
Yeah,
it.
okay,
Damn
dude.
it.
Right.
Too bad the piano didn't burn.
All right. So I guess let's just dive right into it. Superpowers. Do you
Yeah.
have one that you would, like, off the cuff, is there one that you would be like, I don't know, what's the first one that pops to your head?
Flying.
I think that's the first thought that everyone thinks.
Yeah,
And I think
I
it's
know.
because
Yeah.
of Superman being
Yeah.
such a iconic superhero.
Yeah, I can get down with that.
Yeah.
I also think invisibility would be pretty sweet.
I was just gonna say that too. That was gonna be my.
No,
my
that's mine.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think invisibility would be sweet. I would not do invisibility. Because
Why?
Well, because first of all, you got to be butt naked. There's nothing else you could.
Yeah, but no one's gonna see you.
Yeah,
But you got to cross the street. You got to walk outside. It's cold. Just because you're invisible doesn't mean you're not going to freeze your nuts off out there.
You can go be invisible in Florida. That's
Also, but no one can see
you. Buy
you.
invisible pants and stuff.
You step out in the middle of the street and someone's going to walk cellophane. The guy's like, clearly I can see your nuts. You step out in traffic and they're not going to stop. No one's going to swerve. Yeah, they're going to hit you.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, I don't know. I think invisibility is not the best.
You're wrong.
It ranks way down there as one of my least favorite superpowers for me.
I think some things like being able to control.
Mind control.
Ooh, mind control. That'd be fun. That's Aquaman.
Who did?
But
no,
we
he
were just
controlled
talking-
the fishing. But did someone have a mind control? Was that?
Yeah, there was somebody, I don't remember who.
Well, wasn't that one of the X-Men or something like that? He can control people.
Wasn't the guy in the wheelchair?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
If you had mind control, what else would you need? If you could just tell everybody what to do.
The X, it's Professor X, isn't it, or whatever the name is?
Sure.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not.
Doc Ock. What? Who's that? Oh no, that was Spider-Man. Oh, I thought you said Doc Holliday.
I would think that would get boring.
Just
do
controlling
this for me,
everybody's
do
mind.
this. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, nobody had any free will. They just did what you told them.
Yeah, I think that would get boring. And we talked about
Well,
earlier
what
being
if
able to
you were-
read minds. I
what
don't know
if
if
you
that's
were- Wait a minute though. What if you were married and you had that ability?
I guess it depends on the situation, right?
It might actually help out.
really
I'm
be
just saying.
happy.
Wouldn't have to be all the time.
Just every Thursday
certain
and maybe Saturday
situations.
afternoon.
I am so tired of this argument right now.
No, I think like
I
the
am feeling fine, honey. Yes.
Oh my god! You know what? I do want to give you a back massage. Oh, thank you.
okay.
Let me just put this down and come over and give you a back massage.
I think like the ability to slow down time or stop time would be pretty sweet. Yeah.
Would there be any negatives to that?
It wouldn't age.
Maybe you're just doing it for a temporary
Couple minutes.
minute or two. Yeah. We're gonna
Take a long break at work. Going on break.
I gotta run to the
take a nap.
grocery.
God, it feels like yesterday, man.
Actually, I do think that would be a pretty strong superpower that a lot of people could get behind right
That's when you want the power to speed things up so you can get work over with.
there. Yeah.
And then you slow down the weekend.
Until your
maybe.
boss found out about it and they sent you the HR and you got written up. Stopping time on your break.
I think shape-shifting would be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Being able to just take on any shape,
Yeah.
whatever else. It's like being a super spy in a way. I think, though, it would be hard to keep your own identity doing that.
Yeah.
If you could do that,
Right. Because you
All
don't
the
have to
time.
go back to your own original shape or form.
anything you want.
Yeah.
or at least understand who you are in that.
You'd have to start out as somebody, right?
Yeah, but you don't have to go back to it. What about immortality? Is that a superpower?
No.
I think that's an interesting one. I think the problem with immortality is really if you truly never die, then at some point, like when the sun goes into supernova and blows up, then you're just floating in space.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do?
What are you gonna do if you're just sitting there?
As long as you bring like a deck of cards, you can do
Play solitaire.
solitaire.
I feel like at some point,
Magic tricks.
the appeal is
Is your
living.
card the two of hearts? God, got it again.
I don't think I'd be a fan of that. I wouldn't mind living longer. Like I think living only the average lifespan of men, or we talked about this in another episode, was like 80 years old or whatever else, and women are 90, and maybe that's I got this. Maybe it's 70 and 80. I think that's bullshit. I really wish we could get past that. But
I'd like to do double at least. I think 150 would be cool.
yeah, exactly.
150, huh?
Certainly,
nice.
150. We're like, man, maybe we can just stretch it to 300 though. But maybe not. Who knows?
Ooh, stretch. What about Stretch Armstrong? and
Plastic Man.
Elastic Man. There you
Well,
go.
Elastic Man, whatever.
Fantastic Four, right? That was a good. I like that group on the cartoons in the morning for that. That was
No,
good.
but wait, what wasn't there? No, wasn't there a Plastic Man in
There was a plastic
Super
man.
Friends?
France.
Super Friends. Super France.
Oh,
wee wee. Super Friends go to France. Super France.
That's when they jumped the shark.
There was a Plastic Man though, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's something.
I don't know.
Plastic or elastic?
I mean, that'd be nice. I don't know.
It's just to
Obviously,
tie
we know
people up
what
a
good
lot.
you could do with it. I guess the question is, would you use your superpowers for good if you had them? First of all,
Yeah, I would start
or
out.
would you just live your life and be like, I'm going invisible now, or pausing my time and going out and taking a nap?
Is that really not good?
I think it is. But is it? But it's not. All the superhero movies are because they're selfless. They're out there saving others. And I don't know. I think that would get exhausting too.
I was gonna say, at some point in time, you're gonna get tired of it.
I know.
Always on duty.
Why don't you get a break?
No.
Nope, not saving that ship. Bring him out.
Don't use your mind control on me. Come on. I have a couple other ones. So animal communication.
Aquaman.
Aquaman. He's one of the worst superheroes.
Right. He just flops around on the outside of the water.
Wait, what are you doing? No, for real. Huh. You just summoned 3 whales to block our boat.
Right.
What a mild inconvenience. Saw some online.
What?
Dimensional trouble.
The picklock boner. I can't get into my gym locker. I got you. Stand back. This is a job for a micro boner.
Nice.
Sorry, that was a weird segue. Back to you, Chuck. So what if you had the ability to like talk to the dead? And I'm not talking about like a seer or Long Island medium.
Yeah, medium.
Yeah. But
But people can supposedly do that. So
I don't. But okay. So I mean,
is there?
what if you could have that as a superpower?
Yeah.
Is it a power?
Is it a power? I think it is a power.
I think it's power.
Death touch.
I don't know if that's a superpower. I think that's a curse. That
You
sounds
just gotta
more
wear
like that.
mittens and you're good, right?
Yeah, but you'd never be able to touch anybody, even cats. You miss Mrs. Whiskers.
I'm just.
So you would be. Can you turn it on and off? You touch someone on their deaf and then.
I don't make up the powers.
Oh,
I don't know how they work.
I'm just wondering.
I think if you can turn it off and on, I don't know though. But why would you ever? I feel like that goes too far as a superpower, because why would you want to touch someone just to die? I feel like that's a curse. I don't feel like that's a superhero.
That's deep, man.
Yeah.
What about night vision?
Night vision. I don't know. I don't think. Can you turn it off? That'd be the only question. If you can turn it off, then yeah. If you have the ability to turn it on and off, like X-ray vision, like Superman or whatever else, that'd be cool. But I think night vision. It'd be annoying if you can't turn it on.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Being able to just see everything at night, it's not that bad.
I don't know. I like the dark.
You close your eyes.
I guess you could, but then you can't see where you're walking.
Who's walking when they're closing their eyes?
I think if I had night vision, I'd be pissed off that I didn't have something better. That's what I feel. I was like,
I got
really?
the shit draw this one.
Out of all the superpowers, I get night vision.
What about X-ray vision? Would you take that one over night vision?
You able to see through walls? Yeah, that'd be.
What else would you look through?
Did you ever get those glasses when you were younger?
The X-ray glasses.
Yeah. Speaking of comic books, I think that was in the back of comic books, along with the monkeys in a barrel thing.
Oh,
and then you
and
could buy
bag
the
of
X-ray
Boys'
glasses.
Life, yeah,
Yeah.
from the Boy Scouts there.
You can also make a hovercraft.
I mean, you can see through walls, but that doesn't get you shit unless you can get inside. You know, I guess you could see like it would be helpful in like a hostage situation or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, you knew which walls to break through, maybe.
Yeah, I guess. Or hey, this one's about to break, or hey, there's $1,000 buried in the wall here. That'd be cool,
All right, Geraldo.
right? You know, but I feel like a lot of people would be looking at nude butts a lot. Like I feel like that's what the majority of what you're looking at would be.
Al
Yeah.
Capone's vault.
What about controlling plants?
To do what? Produce more osmosis?
Was it
Poison
poison
ivy?
ivy? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was poison ivy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Chuck remembers poison ivy.
Poison
Oh, yeah.
ivy, yeah.
I think that'd be a weird one though. You're pretty limited to having plants around you. You know, what happens in the desert or what happens in the ocean? I guess there's plants in the
Cacti.
ocean. Algae. Could you? Yeah, I guess you could do that. Yeah.
I mean, top of Pikes Peak, there's not a whole lot of plant
Yeah.
life.
You could really manipulate like, plant-based foods easily, like form of
Good.
spaghetti.
Not gonna throw those plant-based nuggets at you. Yeah.
What about like size manipulation? Like you could either grow bigger or smaller or whatever else. Would you do that?
They have drugs for that.
Ant-Man.
Yeah, Ant-Man. Yeah, yeah.
That was a good movie. I thought the first one.
First one, yeah.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, it was decent.
I didn't see anything after that.
I think that could be interesting. I think you have to understand and control it first because you don't want to be like one of the situations where all of a sudden you're out in the yard and you go, I'm going to go small and there's a bowl or something right there next to you. And like, you
Honey,
eat
I
right
Shrunk the
away.
Kids.
Yeah.
Classic.
Some other ones here. Let me go through some of the shape shifting we talked about. Let's see here. Weather control.
Ooh. I could see a lot of uses for that, both good and bad.
That was an X-Men one, wasn't it? Storm?
Yeah.
Was that? Regeneration. Rapid healing.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's also an
have you
X-Men
needed
then.
that ever?
Regeneration?
Yeah. And have you lost a finger and you needed to
No.
make a new one?
Use it right now for some new knees. Some new
It's
joints.
true. Yeah, definitely some new back.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Okay, youngster.
Bioluminescence. The ability to emit light. I think that's stupid.
yeah.
You'd have a hard time blending in. Let's just say that.
See, with
Trying to wear a suit to cover it up.
like you got people who are extra strong and can throw death ray lasers out of their eyes, and then oh yeah, you just lit up a room. Good job, buddy.
That's what I was saying about night vision. You'd just be. Why can't I get something better than this?
Right. Oh, there's a deer over there. Great. I can shoot it if I want to. What about, okay, so like element manipulation, fire, ice, water, those type of things.
Wonder Twins.
Not very exciting. I mean,
I guess it depends on, like, man was around and who's Flame Guy, and he was a Fantastic Four guy.
yeah, flame guy.
Flame Guy. You're right. I think they could have its use though.
Sure.
I'm not saying they can't do something, but yeah.
You're right. It's not super practical in an everyday use.
About the ability to spit acid.
That's just evil.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't say you have to use it for evil purposes.
Okay, what would be a good purpose that you use it for?
Yeah, we could really use some
dig
acid.
a hole in your backyard? Or
If I could just get rid of all this
What's up, acid,
junk.
man? It's a serious form of acid reflux. I mean,
Right. Yeah, I don't think I'd like that one. I think that one ranks down there pretty low
right.
as well. Time travel? Is time travel? We talked about time manipulation being a positive, but what about time travel?
Time travel's a machine. You hop on the little pad. It takes you where you need to go.
Push the
I don't
little
know if
buttons.
that's I don't know if
88
that's a
miles an hour.
superpower. Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a... I guess it could be a superpower.
Could be a
but-
superpower, though. I mean, certainly Superman flew backwards and reversed time.
Wow.
So that wasn't necessarily time travel. I guess it is.
You guys think time travel is actually possible?
It's happened. You should go back and listen to our episode on that, Chuck.
Oh,
That's right.
okay.
The Time Squad will take care of that.
Yeah.
Let me go back. Let me.
Time Squad episode. Go back and check it
Yeah,
out.
go back and check it out. Do you remember, speaking of superheroes and really good powers, Ace and Gary?
No.
Saturday Night Live, the
Oh, yeah.
ambiguously gay duo.
I didn't know their names. I just knew them as ambiguously gay duo.
Oh my gosh, I saw some of those recently doing research
You
for
couldn't
this.
do that now, could you?
Yes, you could.
You think so? Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. It wasn't dirty. It seemed like it was. Like, what are you looking at? Nothing? Or what about the ability to inflate?
Like kids in a balloon?
I think
are
I
you
think
doing?
I'm already working on that, just very slowly. I got a question. What do you think humans actually can do that is superhero-esque?
We obviously have these people who can run super fast, and you always hear about these super strength moments where
Saying
people lift
Bolt.
cars off of people and shit. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think we're capable of super acts. On a
Super acts. Yeah. I agree.
How
I mean,
about parkour?
there are things too that they're not necessarily super, but like people can do, what is it called? It's not deep sea diving. Like they do that. It's like basically they get on a weight and they just lower themselves all the way down in the water.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And they hold their breath for 10 minutes and then
Yeah, that's pretty
I
incredible.
don't know what you would use that for, but
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
And I agree. I think we all have some kind of ability or a power, and some of us know it and some of us don't. But
Well, interesting. As you said, you should talk about diving. It reminded me of Michael Phelps, who's, I don't know how many gold medals he's won. Swimmer,
92.
Olympics. He's won 92 gold medals.
oh, I just threw out a number.
I think it's 7 or 8.
Well,
You know?
impossible.
I think he's the most winningest gold medalist.
He's only in the
though.
Olympics.
You know what's awesome is that you believe that. You're like 92, really?
I know he's won a lot. I think he's like the most decorated one. I could be wrong about that. I saw an interview with him one time. He was talking about like his hands and his feet are actually more webbed a little bit more, so it gives him a little bit of advantage.
He's got
Adaptation,
duck-like
yeah.
features.
Yeah, I think that's interesting.
I heard water rolls off his back too. Just like super duck.
What about Bo Jackson?
I don't know who.
He's
But,
he used to be a football and baseball player.
in sports, man.
He's
I know Bo Diddley is.
Hey, he was in a commercial with Bo Diddley.
He was in a commercial.
I know.
The Nike commercial, right?
Yeah. Because Bo knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What about him? He has a superpower?
He has a really good documentary out.
About superpowers?
But yeah,
Get back to the topic.
Yeah, it's great. That guy
Well-
he talks a lot about stuff. It was pretty good. You guys seen that?
I'll put this fire out with my documentary. Right?
Yeah. Are we still doing this podcast? Oh yeah, we are. What about space or like reality in the environment and making someone think they're in another place or a different reality?
So is that like a mind control thing
A
then?
little bit of mind control, I think, right?
I mean, I could see where that would be very useful for somebody.
Obviously, that was used more as a villain type of thing, I think.
I think a lot of these could be switched to villains and
That's true.
be very good at being a villain, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a movie out a couple of years back where it explored that Superman type of thing, but he was an alien and he was actually bad. Did you ever see that one?
No.
It was good. I'm going to pull it up, figure out what it is, but yeah.
Cool.
Continue.
So if you could be would you guys rather be a villain or a superhero?
I think I'd probably be a superhero. As much as I like to say villains, and I always like the villains in the story and everything else, that's just not who I am. I'd rather spread the good.
Brett?
That's
Villain
a really
or superhero?
That's a really tough one. by nature, I'm a good guy.
You're very villain-esque. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I've always been on the side of good, but I understand why there's some little appealing parts to being the villain.
There's definitely some appeal to being the villain, that's for sure.
Except you always die in the end. Other than that,
Right. How about you?
I think it would be fun to be the villain.
yeah.
Yeah. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I mean,
Brightburn was the name of this movie, and it basically starts off like the Superman movie, even to a point where they found this he crashed and they took him in and whatever else and on the farm, but he turned out to be the same kind of powers as Superman but evil as this guy, and it's pretty good. It was an interesting take on the classic Superman that I thought was
okay.
a fun.
Right on.
Yeah, so yeah, all right. Not all powers are the same. Have we decided? I obviously talked about some pointless ones, or useless ones, or just dumb ones. Did you come across anything like those?
Well, dumb ones specifically, I think, like Aquaman. I don't know anybody who's a big Aquaman fan, and I haven't seen any of the movies.
I had.
The movies are.
I've tried to watch them. I can't get into the Aquaman ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen them. It seems lame.
You're trying to do everything in the water. It just
Maybe
doesn't
it's 'cause-
take well.
Maybe it's because if you're flying and doing stuff on shore, other people see it, so you get the accolades and everybody loves you, and otherwise you're all bottom of the ocean. Nobody sees shit, and nobody knows you did it.
Right. Except for Squid Man. But he's not always there. He's just out inking all over the place.
Dumping his ink.
Aquaman and Squid Man go out to the bar together so they can. Just ask Squid Man. It really happened. No, really, ask Aquaman. Maybe there's nothing really to do down in the ocean. Like Aquaman just makes up. Like maybe he just goes and chills and comes up and tells stories.
You know what I find most interesting about Aquaman is here
His outfit and his
the little
super
fin
friends.
things he's got on his boot.
Yeah.
Whatever. No,
But he doesn't.
it's the same.
But he
It's the
doesn't
same
have
all over the
flippers?
world. When he uses his superpowers, what does it sound like?
Do, 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 do.
Like a sonar?
Yeah,
Sends-
a guy
he
with
sends out
sonar.
the ring. That's how he controls the animals.
That's interesting to me.
I bet-
All right, but speaking of useless, you've had time to think about it. What about some made-up, fictional, useless superpowers?
I didn't think about any of these. Did you? I didn't
Yes.
look at those. I was
Made
looking at
up.
stuff.
Say that again.
I found, and for the life of me, I don't remember the website, so forgive me, whoever came up with some of these, but they've got 75% levitation.
Not quite complete levitation, but most is there. It's good for when you stand on the scale. Like, look, Doc, I'm 75% less weight than I was
Does that just
yesterday.
mean like you're a really light walker? Or
The ability.
glides across the floor.
By the way, I think Michael Jordan has 75%
Yeah,
levitation.
there you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's true. The ability to communicate with fruit.
Prove that I don't have that superpower.
And what do
I'm
you
telling
do?
you right now, that orange told you to fuck off.
Muskmelon, anybody?
I think that's pretty. That's good stuff.
It wasn't me. It was the orange.
And you got the the ability to seduce hats.
My, you look like you could block a lot of sun.
I think that's pretty funny.
It's a hot hat.
Super strength for 1 second.
I don't know. That could.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so that one's okay.
Yeah. If you were like to push someone over real quick, or
Right. Like in a split second type of thing.
you're
Or
getting
like
mugged, and or
you
you
have to
save somebody.
someone's getting crashed under the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 second is all it takes to lift that car off.
Invisibility in the dark. I like these.
I stand by my invisibility one. I think that one's one of my least favorite ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever see the movie Mystery Men?
I don't know if I have.
Like late 90s. It had like Paul Rubens in it. It had Ben Stiller, William,
Defoe.
no,
Shatner.
No.
Shakespeare.
Williams.
Will I am.
I can't think of
Art
who he is.
thou
but-
invisible to thee?
Anyway, though, it's all these regular guys who are like, they're trying to be superheroes. And one's, he's really good with a shovel. And the other one's, I get angry really bad. On that kind of stuff. It's freaking hilarious.
See?
One's like really good at bowling, you know, and that's their superhero.
That could come in handy.
Yeah. Paul Rubens his farts were like, they made people keel over.
Mystery Man was the name of it?
Mystery Man, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I vaguely remember this, but
It was a great movie. I can't promise it holds up, though.
we'll look into it again. All right. Well, now that we've had a chance to talk about it, if you had a superpower to choose right now for you to have, what would you choose? Chuck?
I'm going with mind control. What do I need to elaborate on that? Like, see, I just told the both of you to be quiet. See, it works, man.
You know what? We didn't talk about this one, but I came up with it. I think I'm going to say it would be a combo one of flying and be able to breathe in space. I think that'd be fun.
Okay.
That would be fun.
Okay.
I would totally just go visit the moon and shit. Although I would have to, it would have to depend on how long and how fast you can fly.
You could find
Because if you're just like flapping your wings and shit, it's just not going to work. But if you could fly like Superman and just go out and check out the moon and shit, and
see all the lunar lure, yeah, you
it'd
could
be badass. That would be the one I would choose. Or the ability to see into the future.
Yeah. I want to know, I want like the ability to choose the right number in roulette every time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And would you use that for good?
That's what you want.
I don't know. It'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I like flying too and all that stuff and lasers coming out my eyes and whatnot. But yeah, at least you're going to the casino and, you know,
Just to have a win every once in a while.
Yeah.
Would be nice.
well, especially in roulette.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I dig that.
I
There you have it.
I'd like
Eventually, they would just kick you out, though. They wouldn't let you back in. They would think that you're
not with my disguise.
Not if you're invisible.
I put on my glasses and they don't know who I am anymore.
Did Clark Kent really look disguised with just slick back hair and a pair of glasses?
That's
Doesn't
probably,
that just seem
it was
silly?
stupid. It's pretty dumb.
Right?
It's a dumb premise, I think. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
no, I'm
who?
with you.
What?
It made him just a regular Joe. No, nobody was falling for it.
Except for Lois.
Well, no, apparently, yeah. Lois
Jimmy.
Lane fell for
Huh.
it.
Once again, you came out of a phone booth
Right.
after Clark went in.
Right.
Weird.
How many phone calls are you going to make in a day?
We could see through that, right? It's glass.
Well, okay, so where does he change now? Because there's no phone booths around.
Yeah.
Sure,
He,
sure.
he could do it so fast. Why does he need someplace to go?
That's true. Outer space.
He's got just extra clothes floating up there in case I need them.
So, what's your favorite superpower? If you had one, what would it be, and why? Let us know in the comments. Let's give another shout out to that beer. What were we drinking here again today?
We are drinking the Hazy Hero Hazy India Pale Ale by Revolution Brewing out of Chicago, Illinois.
I like this one. It was good.
It was very tasty. I was worried when I smelled it at first because it was very hoppy,
Yeah.
but it does not taste too hoppy.
Yeah.
So I enjoy it.
I agree. Chuck, thank you for joining us again.
Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure having you on. We look forward to having you back again. If you like this show and want to learn more about us and what we do and some of our other episodes and all that good stuff, you can go to aysm.show, which is our website. You can also find our socials on there.
Check us out on Untapped, AYSM_show. Check out all the beers that we're trying and be our friend. Next time, we are going to be getting a deep dive into